have succeeded in creating fear in the heart of the people and governments, and they are declaring what should not be there. They said they want to re-educate the world. They want to sign it 14th of May 2020. After that, there is another arrangement. The next arrangement is one world religion. Bringing the whole religion to be one religion. By the grace of God, I have traveled. I have spent some time in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is where Muhammad, the leader of Islam, was born. Saudi Arabia is the strongest hold of Islam. In Saudi Arabia, I took my time to spend some time there. In case you don't know, I speak Arab too. I do, I speak Arab. Na broha na kalambel Arabic ya. Na kabra Arab, mazboot ra, mishoya. Now, I spent some time there. I learned there. I sat there and I studied. I'm not talking from the point of a novice. I'm talking from the point of a man who knows what I'm talking about. I know that in Saudi Arabia, churches are not allowed to be in major places. Every church must be hidden in somebody's house. But Pope Francis became the first religious leader to enter Saudi Arabia, celebrated with red carpets, with him and the Grand Imam shaking hands and hugging each other. He was given a celebrated welcome because to him the whole world religion is coming together. He was welcomed and celebrated by the Grand Imam of Abu Dhabi, Al-Azhar. He welcomed him, gave him a celebrated welcome. He was welcomed like no other religious leader had ever been welcomed in the world before. After that meeting, they signed an understanding. The understanding they signed is an agreement that Islam and Christianity have come together to be one. It's a lie. You signed it for yourself, Pope Francis. You did not sign on behalf of the church. It was after the signing that the biggest mosque was named to be Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, in Abu Dhabi. It was after that visit and the agreement, the biggest mosque was now named after Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. This is a game. It will not work. Church, wake up. Recently, a country in Europe have declared mandatory vaccination. In case you don't know, mandatory vaccination is that your right will be taken away from you. You do not have the right to say, I will not accept vaccination. You will be vaccinated whether you like it or not. And the scripture is coming to fulfillment. From when the Antichrist shall rise, people's rights will be taken away from them. Your right as a human being to say, I accept or I don't want it, has been taken away from you. It has become a mandatory vaccination. Why? Don't I have the right to say I need it? You don't have the right anymore. You can no longer say no. It has become mandatory that you must accept it. And England is near doing that. Mandatory vaccination is going on in Europe right now. And where is it taking us to? Can I say talk to you? Now hear this. They are putting us somewhere, claiming is coronavirus. Brother, it is not about coronavirus. It's about the satanic mandate that is about to be fulfilled. And what is the mandate? Now, they are almost succeeding, except the church wakes up now. They want to push us into that place where you cannot do anything again except through data, through the internet. Now, you can't worship God. You worship God in the internet. You cannot buy or sell. You buy or sell through the internet. Anything you want to do, you do through the comfort of your house by the internet. They started before coronavirus. They told you cashless policy, where they made everybody to do biometrics, where you have to do a fingerprint, and they will have you in their database. To access you is not an issue. Anywhere you are in the world, you can be accessed as a person. Where are they taking us? They are taking us where every humanity will be subjected on that database. And when you are subjected on that database, the scripture will be fulfilled, because internet becomes your God. Where you cannot do anything. Today, companies in Nigeria, companies like Shell, Chevron and all that, have declared that you don't need to come to work again. Stay in your house and work through your computer database. Hear this. Can I still talk to you? Everything you do now, you do through the internet. You buy and sell through the internet. That is why coronavirus is not killing the young generation. It's killing from 69 and above. The reason is they believe that the old generations are going to die. Let the new generation be re-educated by brainwashing the new generation to suit what they are doing. Somebody holla Antichrist. Can I talk to you some more? Oh yeah, look at the game. Look at where they're going. Look at where they're going. You can't do me anything. And I'm prepared. Listen, churches are calling off their programs, calling off their crusades. I will not call off our crusade. We shall gather. We shall call on the name of our God. We shall pray. I'm not doing it as stubborn next to anybody. I'm not doing it as stubborn next to any government. I am ready to go to jail. I am ready to die for what I believe. There's an announcement by River State government that from Monday tomorrow that all schools should shut down, all churches will shut down. I will not shut down. It is not act of stubbornness. I will mount the altar on Thursday in PORTHARCOURT night. I will holla batata keteya. I will holla lubeke bododoyada. I am ready. It is not a crime to die for the man who died for me. Now it's time to know those who trust in their God. I will not call off any meeting. Not in my lifetime. Hold on. You know why? You know why? This is a satanic game to take the church to the Antichrist. I will not be. What am I living for? If the Antichrist should take over our world, what are we living for? What is Christianity all about? They have succeeded. I wonder what will be going on in Lagos now. I hear that some churches are beginning to break themselves, and some churches are beginning to go to database to worship God through the internet. What of the scripture that said, do not neglect the gathering of children of God together? Now they want to separate us. They want to remove us from the fellowship of one another. And now when there is no fellowship of one another, how can the Holy Ghost move amongst you? Wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So he will gather through the internet. When they push you and make everything data based, make everything internet based, every one of us become a worshiper of the internet. Every one of us will now submit to the internet. Every one of us will now be under the internet, and the scripture will be fulfilled. Internet will automatically become our God. Revelation chapter 13. Let me show you something. Let me show you verse 16 and verse 17. Is anybody feeling one kind already? Come on, the church has to wake up. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. The church has to wake up. Somebody, come on, somebody wake up.
Verse 16.
Yes, sir.
He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Now take it. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor.
Free and slave.
Free and slave.
To receive a mark.
He forces everybody to receive a mark.
On their right hand.
On their right hand.
Or on their foreheads.
Or on their foreheads.
Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
And that no one.
And that no one.
May buy or sell.
May buy or sell.
Except one.
Except one.
Who has the mark.
Except one who has the mark.
Or the name of the beast.
Or the name of the beast.
Or the number of his name.
Or the number of his name. Thank you, sir. Now, hold on. How is it going to happen? See what their plan is. When all of us have been pushed to the internet, and we all become data-based, and our world is now ruled by the internet. You do your work through the internet. You do your buying and selling through the internet. You do your communication through your internet. Today, you can hold conference abroad through your internet. You can go to school abroad through your internet. Everything is now internet-based. When they push us there, after a while that we have gotten so used to it, they will tell you that now there is need. Something is going wrong with your card. There is need for you to submit your card and then have something that will be more solid so that you can access whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go. And that thing will be the withdrawal of your card and giving you a mark. And then giving you a mark. And that mark will be given to you, which is the mark of the beast, fulfilling the scripture, bringing us to the fulfillment of the full time and season of the Antichrist. And by this time, you won't have a choice, because all of us have gotten used to the internet. All of us have put everything that we have in the internet. Now, you can no longer do anything. You do not have a choice, because except you accept the mark, you cannot access anything. You can't buy, you cannot sell. So now you will be forced to receive it. And that is their program. And it is in the fulfillment of the scriptures. But let me tell you one problem they have that they are battling with. Right now, what I'm telling you is supposed to be signed in June. But most recently, their plan is after the meeting of May 14th. The next one is that they will gather in what center in Holland. The date they had in mind was June. But right now they are contemplating between June and September this year when they will gather to sign the one world religion. But on the 14th, all the leaders of the religious bodies all over the world, all their major leaders are gathering in Rome. What is the reason for the gathering? Let there be an agreement and a signing that the world will be re-educated. After the signing, their initial plan is that in the month of June, they will then meet in Holland to sign the one world religion, that all the religions on earth will come together to be one religion. And that is the fulfillment of Revelation chapter 13, the one world religion. It will not happen. They have worked out their modalities. Right now, they thought the reason they chose the date of June initially, and there's a document to that effect, was that they thought that the impeachment of Donald Trump would have worked out. But when the impeachment of Donald Trump did not work out, they are now contemplating between June and September, because the election is supposed to take place in November. And they are planning, if they succeed in signing that thing, they must push out Trump, because Trump is the only world leader that is working against all of their programs to make the world a one-world religion. Trump is a thorn to their flesh. He may not be the best man, but Trump is the only person that is a major leader in the world that Pope Francis doesn't like. Pope Francis does not speak good of Trump. Pope Francis hates him to the core, because when they made the agreement of signing into law homosexualism and lesbianism, Trump was the only one who threw away the paper and said, I will not sign. And Trump is the only person who will stand before them and said that the desire of the Antichrist will not work. But I am afraid there's trouble right now. Sit and hear me. There's trouble right now. I'm afraid the strongest hold that Donald Trump have is the economy of America, that he has stabilized and put on a strong move. But right now there is danger. They brought up the issue of Ebola. It didn't work. Now the issue of this useless coronavirus had come up. They used it to sabotage and put the American economy in danger. And now the American economy is fast going down, which is the only thing that Trump is holding. Anytime he come out to talk, he will talk about the economy that is stable and strong. Now the economy is in trouble. Donald Trump's heart is failing him. He no longer talks like Donald Trump. He's becoming weak because the condition is getting at him, because the situation is tough at him. And the church doesn't know that it is not about the man. It's about the agenda of Antichrist. It's about the agenda of Antichrist. Donald Trump is the only man who have declared openly that all the nations of the world, Christians should not be attacked anywhere. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most recently, he made a declaration against the Boko Haram leader in Nigeria. And he said that they are coming. That he will come into Nigeria to fish him out. Shortly after, when they were getting ready to come, the coronavirus came up. He said, I'm coming. And he was willing to come. He has done it in other nations of the world. He is the only man fighting that Christians should not be killed. He is the only man fighting that believers should be allowed to worship God wherever they are. Now, if they succeed in removing Donald Trump and bringing in anybody who is coming to carry out the agenda of the Antichrist, who is that man that will stand? Who is that woman that will stand and then say that this move of the Antichrist will not work in our world? Other leaders of the world have indicated interest in attending the meeting May 14th. Up until this day that I speak with you, Donald Trump have not indicated interest, because he doesn't find it worthy. Now hear this. And you can agree with me that if Donald Trump failed to attend, America did not attend.